Doesn't everyone have that one uncle in the family that is a bit inappropriate all the time, cusses like a truck driver, tells the most obscene jokes at the most inopportune times? Yeah, that was my Uncle Paul. What's happening, y'all? This is Mark with Life Out There Apparel, and on this episode, we are actually going to dig deep into the backstory behind this launch from August of 2022, and this one is called the Hooker. When I was younger, I actually lived right around the corner from my aunt and uncle, and we spent a lot of time with them, different vacations, holidays, on the weekends, you name it. We were all very close. And that's why this design had popped into my head just after I had started this apparel company. My Uncle Paul was one of the funniest people I have ever met in my life. Just his sense of humor and joke telling. Even when he wasn't joking, he was super funny. And his love of fishing is obviously what was the inspiration behind this particular design. Him and my dad, my brother, and my cousins, we would go fishing quite often. Sometimes even fishing out in the open ocean. And at that time, both my dad and my uncle had 18-foot tri-hull open bow boats that probably should not have even been in the ocean, but some amazing memories. Again, the life lessons we were told on those fishing trips, the jokes that were told, the jokes that were played on us as we were out there are probably some of the best memories of when I was younger. My uncle, his personality was, you never knew if he was joking or being serious. I remember being out fishing and my uncle caught a sculpin fish, which is this red fish, and it looks like it's got little spikes and stuff all over it. And at that time, my uncle actually got stung by the fish. And he then turned to all of us and said, hey, if you ever catch one like this and get stung just like I did, the best way to take the sting away is to pee on your finger. And we're like, yeah, no, I don't think so. And sure enough, within about 5 minutes, he whips it out and pees all over his hand. So it was pretty evident at that time that he was being serious. At least I think. I don't know. I think he'd go to any length to really tell a joke, but I think he was pretty serious on that one. My uncle loved jewelry. Gold chains, gold bracelets, gold rings, you name it. He was definitely into his gold. Always looked sharp with the gold. He took a lot of pride in, the different things that he wore. And that is something that I will always remember about him. And something that has kind of stuck with me a little bit. I've never really been into the gold, but I do like wearing a watch and a necklace and different things like that. So, maybe that was something I kind of picked up from him. One distinct thing that I always remembered about my uncle is that he always had a necklace on, and he always had a necklace charm, which was a gold fish hook that had a diamond in the middle of it. And from what I can remember, he always had that on. That was something that he never really took off. He swapped out rings and bracelets and different things like that, but he always had that necklace on with that necklace charm. Since we lived so close to my aunt and uncle for pretty good amount of time, when I was in my younger years. We were always very close with them. In 2019, my aunt got very sick, and I live, about 45 minutes to an hour from them. So I took some time and actually spent a lot of time with my uncle, and just tried to divert his attention from what was going on with my aunt, and we actually got quite a bit closer during that time. Obviously, unfortunately, my aunt ended up passing away in 2019, and then not too long after that, in 2021, we ended up losing my uncle as well. So roughly about a year later, in April of 2022, is when I started Life Out There Apparel. And this design here was one of the first ones that I had thought of to do, since every launch that we do has got a backstory to it. So if you look closely, obviously there is a fish hook here with a diamond in the middle of the hook. That is to replicate his necklace charm. The fish, obviously, for his love of fishing. And everything that I do in regards to launching a new shirt, the design that I put on it, the backstory, and the name of it, they all coincide together. What I call the shirt is just as important to me as the design that I put on it. And for the longest time, I was like, okay, this shirt is going to be called the UNK, UNK. That's kind of what I called him. If he would send me a text or an email, that's what he would always put at the bottom of it. And about 2 weeks before we were going to launch the shirt, I think he maybe called to me from upstairs and said, you know what, Mark, I don't know that that's the right name of that shirt. And then it hit me. So this one is actually called the Hooker. And if you knew my uncle or had ever met him before, you would pretty much agree that fits. So hit up lifeoutthereapparel.com. You can search the Hooker. We still have black tees, khaki tees, black snapback truckers. And grab one if you're into that style. Take a moment to read the backstory, even though we just kind of explained it. While you're on the website, hit that subscribe button. That will subscribe you to all the monthly newsletters that we launch. We normally do about 1 or 2 a month. It's not it's not an influctuation of all these different emails. But that way you stay up to date with all the new launches that we have coming. And when you see a design that you really like and the size that you wear is available, grab it. Because when that particular design or when that size sells out, we do not print them again. So make sure you subscribe to that. I want to thank everybody for tuning into this episode on the Life Out There Apparel YouTube channel. This episode is on the Hooker. I want you to do me a favor, subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment, like, share it with other people. Kind of gets us through the algorithm and gets more eyes on it. And I will see you guys next time on the next episode. And as always, keep living your life out there.